Okay, so I wanted to upload this and share kind of an experience I had with the auto battle auto resolve function that did not seem to be accurate with the actual game coding. I'll explain why. It might make sense a little bit later. So just a little bit of backstory. I've been playing this game for about 100 hours on this particular character. I've not used any mods or cheats or anything like that. No alterations to the game files. It is true native. Um, I am on very easy difficulty, um, so that does play a factor. And I know there are some other issues involved, but let me set up this battle real quick. I'm defending a castle. You will see in a moment that had, I think, with total defenders, including my army, about 250 people. I was defending against an army of about 1,600 or just below that, so high 1,500s. And obviously, even on very easy, those odds are extremely difficult, just because of the sheer number. So I knew I had to try really hard. Turned out I died pretty quick, so this is kind of where we're at now. I have died. This is why it just says send troops. So when you die in Bannerlord, if you are unfamiliar, you have basically usually one or two options. In the case of defending a castle, you can only send your troops in and hope they win. If you are in an open field battle, you can surrender. So, I mean, either way, you lose all your guys and pretty much everything else. So here we have, like I said, we started out with about 250. We lost 80 guys. We took down about 130 of their guys, I think. And I died. I got hit a couple times in the head with random arrows and javelins, even though I was trying to stay mostly behind cover. So long story short, I'm dead. You can see my health down here, 1%. I can no longer help in the fight. If you know anything about the battle mechanics in Mountain Blade, I think it's the same for Warband and Bannerlord. There's a kind of a battle morale. When you die and you're no longer in the battle, your units lose morale. I think they retreat more quickly and give up fighting. I think they also maybe lose some power. I'm not sure. Maybe someone can verify that for me. But essentially, they turn into wet noodles. And even in very easy difficulty, they will get stomped. You can have a 100-man army and lose to 25 guys without your presence, your personal character's presence. So I died here, had 171, 1478. I had a save file right before this. So at this point, I just said, whatever, screw it. I'll just send troops and then restart and maybe try to defend it next time. So I click send troops, skip to the end, and this happened. And I was legit stunned into silence for about like 2 or 3 minutes because I didn't think this was possible. 171 units versus 1,400. There's no probable way that should happen. I did not think this was legitimately possible in this game. As far as I understand it, I did a little bit of research. The way that auto battle, where it said send troops, auto battle, auto resolve battle, whatever you want to call it, the way it works is it essentially picks one random unit from each army, has one attack and one defend, and it's basically a dice roll. Now there are some hidden bonuses. If it's a companion or one of your personal followers, they get a little bit of a bonus. If it's a mounted unit, it gives a little bit of bonus, but there's no mounted units in castle sieges, so I don't think that applies. Maybe it still does. Maybe it's hidden. But essentially, it's a dice roll. And they had 10 times as many people as I did. 142 to 1,400. So literally, it's me rolling one dice, as I understand it, and them rolling 10 die. And me winning. And I don't understand why. Because the only thing I can come up with is that the odds of this are astronomical. I mean, this is like a 1 in 1,000, maybe more chance that this happens. And I can't figure it out. Maybe there's a game mechanic I'm unaware of. Like I said, I haven't modified the game at all. It is on very easy, but this is a battle I would easily lose in any other scenario and have lost much worse odds. People who are 2 times my army or even 1.5 times. When I am dead, we lose. So I don't know what happened. But just so you can see, again, I am 1% HP. I am dead. 97 were injured, so that's really good. But if we go through, you can see this whole army, me taking them captive. And I like to release them. You get free rep for that. And I'm trying to farm rep for opposing factions so I can convince them to join my faction and basically gut resistances and then easily capture castles and all that stuff. So I'll try to get through this as fast as I can. So I just release all these guys. Have been doing it for a while. The only people I don't release are the Vlandians because they attacked one of my caravans early in the game. And I hold a grudge. I actually executed the guy who attacked my most profitable caravan and took my person prisoner. So, yeah, I was pissed. Anyway, these are all the people that were in this army that attacked me. I just release all of them and get the free rep. Charm is really useful, by the way. You can get out of a lot of situations and into a lot of situations. So then we have the prisoners. 830 prisoners. Most of them are low level. You see a lot of recruits, a ton of tribesmen. That's almost more than a third. You have a ton of Mamluk soldiers. You know, infantry obviously going to be taken out a lot. But you have a lot of like high-end, like pretty decent units. You have hired crossbow. You have the some tier 4 units. Like it wasn't all recruits. They had some solid units in there. And they still, got destroyed. So we're going to click done. I think I already have my Prism Woman. I don't know what's up with that. Then of course we have, all the gear, all the loot. So you can see here, like a lot of gear from all these guys that I've taken out. I mean, this is tens of thousands of dollars of gear, and it's all just from their units. And that is it. I defended this castle, Tamna Castle, with 250 people against an army of 1,600 people. I don't know how it's possible, but it happened. So if you want to explain or you might have an idea, feel free to comment and explain to me because I don't know. That's all.